Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Cyberpunk and some game guides for the game. I hope you're enjoying the game so far. I'm finding lots of little nuggets of information, and what I decided to do today is put them together in one video. Lots of little stuff that's going to enhance your gameplay experience and help with the immersion with the game. Lots of little hidden gems and lots of little tips and tricks to share with you in one video today. Yay! So without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to start off by looking at some of the settings for, this is on Xbox One, PS4. I guess it will apply to the newer gen consoles. But I just want to go through and get the game looking a little bit nicer and performing a little bit nicer for you if you're having those issues. I haven't had too many issues, I must admit, on Xbox One, but I know there's a few of you that are struggling. So let's get into the settings menu and I'll go through how that looks. So here we are in game, and I'm going to use the window kind of as our reference. You can see it looks a little bit blurry. Yeah, look around the apartment and you can kind of see how it looks. So I'm going to now go into the settings and we are going to start switching some things off. So switch off your film grain, switch off your chromatic aberration, and switch off motion blur. And look at that. Look how that is sharpened up. You can see that. I'll try and do a side by side so you can see that, but straight away you are going to see a huge difference to the overall look of the game. One other thing, if you're finding that things are a little bit weird as far as the way that your gameplay and when you're shooting, if you're struggling to kind of control things a little when you're in combat, go to this show advanced options, and these things here, horizontal turning bonus, vertical turning bonus, turn those all the way to 0, and that should help with your should help a lot with your control when you're in fights. So the next thing we're going to look at, you know, you have a stash area in your unit. Did you know you have a second stash area? You actually have a second stash area. I'm about to show you where it is. So we need to go down into the street. Here we go. And yeah, most of the cars that you get in the game, or vehicles that you get in the game, will have a separate stash area. And there it is, open stash area, and there you go, you can stash a whole lot of stuff in there as well. If things are getting a little bit confusing for you. Now be careful with this, because the control, you open the boot, that is not the stash area. That's something, I don't know what you do with that, but anyway, you have two stash areas. Not sure that you knew that. There you go. So we're going back to the apartment, and I'm not sure if you knew you had a little kind of teller thing to sell all your goods here, right outside your apartment. There we go. So there's the first tip. The second one is, you'll notice it's only got $17,000, and maybe you've sold a lot of stuff and that's getting very low. There is a little trick to fix that, and I'll show you how to do that in a sec. Once we reply to Takamura. There you go, Takamura. Okay, so what you have to do is go into your menu, go to skip time, press left so that you get 24 hours, confirm it, like that. Get out the menu, go back in here, and it will reset. You can see that's now 20,000 euro dollars, and it will reset, and everything's disappeared. So that's a nice little tip if you want to continue to use that, but the funds that are getting low at the machine. So the next couple of tips are map related, and you can see it can be overwhelming, this map. There's icons everywhere, but if you look up in the top left corner, you can actually toggle this with the D-pad and change all the icons like that. Also, if you're not sure what they are, you can bring up the legend, pushing down on the D-pad. So to toggle around left on the D-pad and to bring up the legend, push down on the D-pad, and there you go. You can make the map look as you like, and hopefully it'll be less confusing. So the next one is, it might be user specific. So when you're in the fast travel system, you might find that when you look at, you get the fast travel icons, you can't actually click on them to fast travel. Sometimes this happens with some icons, and you can see it'll say track, but it will only give you the fast travel option. The trick is, make sure that you zoom in, and once you zoom in, you'll find that the icon might not be where you think it is. So you can see there, I zoomed right in, and suddenly I was able to pick that up. But it wasn't where we thought it was. So you've got to play around this. This can be tricky, as you can see, but zoom it in until you can pick up that fast travel icon option, because those fast travel points are sometimes in a different place to where you think they are. So here's something you can do straight as soon as you get to your apartment. You have a wee sleep. If you want to get some new clothes on board, or some stronger clothes, I'll just show you the backpack in a second. Not the inventory. We want to go to backpack. There we go, backpack. So I'll show you what we've got in stock at the moment. So you got all this as the kind of default clothes. What to do is go over to the closet here, and basically you get a whole lot of duplicate clothes. Go away, Jackie, I don't want to talk to you. Okay, we'll just ignore him for now. And you can see I've duplicated, so mix and match, upgrade whatever you need to there. It will give you some better armor there, and sell the rest, and you should get around about 800 to 1,000 euro, which I'll show you now. And it's just a nice little way of making some cash straight at the gate. Can set you up, and you can buy some weapons or whatever and get you started with the game. So it's a nice little addition. Now I've got a little bonus tip for you in your apartment, so we'll rock back there. If you walk into the area where your stash box is, there is actually a ammunition box, and it's a one-shot deal. You grab the ammunition from there, and again you got more ammunition for your gun. So one of the nice features on this game is the fact that you can actually manually save the game wherever you like by just hopping into save, confirm, and it will drop you in the area. Now this is very useful if you think you're about to get in trouble, or you die once and you think it's going to be hard a fight. You can manually save. Now there is another option, and you'll see in the screen down on the bottom on the right there's actually a quick save option. So if you don't want to go through that whole process of hard saving, you can just hit the Y button. For my console, it will be different for each system, but you can hit that now. Also, if you are doing quick saves, I'd advise you every so often to go in and clean out the saves you're not using. So to do that, go to load game, and you'll see there's a whole list of saves there, and you can just go in there and select whichever one you want and delete it. And it's always good practice to do this, to keep so the game doesn't have too many things it's looking at once. So I generally only keep a couple of saves there. It just ties things up nicely. Of course, if you want to keep these saves for whatever reason, I don't ever see myself going back to these, so it's always nice to just clean those up. And yeah, that's the save system in Cyberpunk. So there you go. There's a whole lot of little quality of life hidden gems that you can get on with, and what will help you play the game a little bit better. There was lots of little bits and pieces that I didn't feel I could put it in a full video, so I thought I'd just collect them together put them in this video, and hopefully it helps you with the game. That's the intention. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If you have, a like rating's always appreciated. If you want to keep up with more tips and tricks, and there's lots more coming for Cyberpunk, please consider subscribing to the channel. And we will catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!